In a world where Ferrari and Lamborghini were already carving out legends, a new challenger quietly emerged from Modena that changed everything: the Pagani Zonda. It didn't just compete with the greats, it reminded everyone that the future of supercars could still surprise us. But how exactly did one unknown brand take center stage in Italy's most iconic city of speed? To understand that, we need to go back to the 1980s, when Modena, Italy, was still the stronghold of exotic car manufacturers. It was home to names like the Tommaso, Ferrari, and Lamborghini. The Lamborghini brand had already enjoyed huge success with the Miura and Countach, but that golden age began to fade. By the mid-80s, economic challenges and a shift in automotive trends made it hard to sell their cars. British and Japanese brands were gaining ground, and Lamborghini was dangerously close to collapsing. During this uncertain time, a young man from Argentina, Horacio Pagani, who had Italian heritage, arrived in Italy with a dream. As a teenager, he had worked in a small workshop, repairing whatever tools or parts his neighbors brought him. This hands-on experience developed his craftsmanship, and in 1973, he went on to study both engineering and art. Meanwhile, he ran a business creating products like bar stools and camper shells. But his ambition went far beyond furniture. He wanted to build race cars. By the end of the 70s, Pagani had designed a Formula 2 race car. He was full of ideas, but lacked the technical means to bring them to life. Then, in 1981, his luck changed. Lamborghini sent him an invitation to join their team as a special projects engineer. At Lamborghini, he finally found the opportunity to work on high-performance automotive design. More importantly, he began exploring the potential of carbon fiber, a new and extremely light material that few car manufacturers were using at the time. Pagani quickly saw what others didn't. This material could change everything. His belief was so strong that he purchased his own autoclave, a massive industrial oven used to mold carbon fiber. He used it to create the Countach Evoluzione, a prototype that showed what carbon materials could do. The car was lighter, faster, and more agile. But Lamborghini wasn't interested. They weren't involved in racing and didn't see the value in an expensive new material. When the company refused to invest in carbon fiber development, Pagani made a difficult decision. He left, and he took the autoclave with him. So why would someone walk away from a dream job? The answer lies with one man, Juan Manuel Fangio, a 5-time Formula 1 world champion and close friend to Pagani. Fangio had lived through serious crashes and incidents. He understood firsthand the need for safety and innovation in car design. In the early 80s, Fangio attended the Monza Grand Prix, where a crash involving the McLaren MP4-1, the first F1 car with a carbon monocoque, left the driver unharmed. That moment was a turning point. Pagani and Fangio both realized that the future belonged to carbon fiber. Meanwhile, McLaren launched the F1 in 1992.
It's the McLaren F1. Well, you like it? I do, but you can judge for yourself.
A carbon-built car that pushed boundaries. That same year, Pagani founded Modena Design, a company that specialized in carbon components for racing teams like Ferrari's F1 division and Aprilia's MotoGP squad. But this was only the beginning. He was quietly working on a project that would later become his legacy, Project C8. Named after his wife, Christina, and inspired by Group C race cars, this project blended high-speed performance with sleek aerodynamics. Pagani also studied the Nissan Z30-300ZX Le Mans car and adopted some of its clever aerodynamic ideas. But every car needs an engine. For Pagani, the choice was clear. Group C cars used V12 engines, and with Fangio's help, Pagani approached Mercedes-AMG, requesting a detuned version of their powerful M120 V12. Surprisingly, Mercedes agreed, providing 5 engines to get the project moving. Originally, Pagani intended to name the car Fangio F1 as a tribute. But in 1995, Fangio passed away. Out of respect, Pagani renamed the project. In 1998, Pagani returned to Argentina to test the prototype in the Andes Mountains, where fierce winds howl through the peaks at speeds over 220 kilometers per hour. The locals call this wind Zonda, And so, with a name that honored his homeland and his dreams, the Zonda C12 was born. In 1999, Pagani introduced the C12 to the world. Only 5 were built, each crafted by hand and fully customizable. It wasn't the most powerful car, producing around 400 horsepower, but its lightness and aerodynamic shape made it feel alive on the road. Pagani had done it. He proved that he could build a world-class supercar, not as part of Lamborghini, but on his own. And he wasn't done. Just a year later, he unveiled the Zonda S, now powered by 7.0L V12 with 540 HP. Then came the Zonda S 7.3 with more torque and modern systems like ABS and traction control. Thanks to its full carbon fiber structure, even the roadster version kept its rigidity without adding weight. Next came the Zonda F, featuring 600 HP, a lightweight Inconel exhaust system like the one on the McLaren F1 and Brembo carbon ceramic brakes. Then Pagani went even further with the Zonda R, a version built purely for the track. This spawned the Zonda Cinque, a road-legal version, and eventually the Zonda Tricolor, a car with nearly 800 HP, doubling the original C12's output. The Zonda wasn't just evolving, it was redefining what a supercar could be. Every version was made with obsessive attention to detail and a clear devotion to craftsmanship. Today, Pagani stands among the greats, not because he shouted louder than Ferrari or Lamborghini, but because he stayed true to his vision. His journey from a small-town mechanic to a global supercar legend is one of the most inspiring stories in automotive history. What do you think? Did Pagani raise the bar for everyone else? If you enjoyed this story, consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.